one Tacc, one child, one youth, one Tacc you. Think big you. Together we can do this in our continent you. Think big you. I say one Tacc, one child, one youth, one Tacc you. Think big you. Together we can do this in our continent you. Think big you.
Today is July 18, 2021. This is Mr. Abundance with part 2 of what I promise. I promise to highlight to the community of Taccians what we can achieve being a community of value, a community with meaningful specifics. You have pioneers that are with us from the foundation. When the challenge was put to Mr. Abundance in 2019, if you do not like what we're doing in this community, create your own coin. That was the challenge. That was the beginning of this sacred mission. A matter of fact, it wasn't even in my mind to start a coin. All what I was doing is to address the weakness of the coin that we were in. And a matter of fact, I even deleted 1 and 2 persons who were shouting out loud to Mr. Abundance, if you do not like what is happening, create your own coin. That's how we started in 2019. And the action was engineered November 4th, 2019. And I am saying this because a lot of you who are here today have no idea how this coin came about. And so you were and still with Mr. Abundance. But sad to say, you are now a stumbling block to that same mission that we gave birth to. You are now self-inflicting. You were at the foundation when we started, and so you know how we started this coin. It did not start behind closed doors. A lot of you now are running here and spinning there. You are wandering after the blue coin, the red coin, the dragon coin, the light coin, the pink coin. All the coins you're running and wandering after. May I say to you, you will jump, you will run, you will wander, and eventually wander after nothing. You don't know the motive behind those coins. You are here with us, and you are still even leading. You are even leading people wandering after these coins. Pioneer in Tacc mission and vision. You are a part of the foundation, but now you're wandering all over. And you're taking people with you, being a wandering generality, and you expect to change things on a global scale. You cannot. And so, Mr. Abundance, how do we achieve the mission and the vision of Tacc? One, we have to understand the mission. When you're doing goal setting, the first thing the tutor will tell you, you have to be very clear, pellucidly clear as to what you want to achieve. That's number one. What is it that you want to achieve in the abundance community calling? What is your mission? What is your vision as a community? For what reason do you exist? Make it clear. That is goal setting. You must have a goal. It must be clear. It must be achievable, but not easy to achieve. I had a leader not too long ago. She says to me, Mr. Abundance, we had a 5-day challenge, and one of my leaders did it in 1 day. And she said, I was so embarrassed. In other words, we don't have a challenge anymore, because the first day the challenge was brought, it was done. And so when you are, I think it was Les Brown that says, Les Brown says a lot of us fail in life, not because we set our goals too high and miss them. He said, no, that's not why a lot of us fail in life. A lot of us fail in life because we hang our goals too low and reach them. And so that was that was a perfect example of what happened to my leader. She set a goal for 5 days for them to reach. And one of the leaders did it in hours. In hours. And so she was deflated because she did not raise the bar. She went below her expectation. She put a goal that is below average. She put a goal that was below average. And so an above average performer, that which should have taken her 5 days, took her a couple of hours. And so your goal has to be clear. They must be reachable, but it should not be easy. Your goal should take you out of your comfort zone. Your goals and your objective should cause you to think outside of the norm. I said, when you set goals, they must be big enough to give you sleepless nights, but achievable in due time. And so your goals must be big. You must do things every day to push you 1 inch, 1 feet, 1 yard, 1 mile further every day. You must do things. You must associate yourself with people who can help you to achieve that goal. It must be also time sensitive. Of all things, it must be time sensitive. It cannot be a goal without time. Isn't that the same with Tacc? Tacc is time sensitive. We're saying we can achieve where many failed, because I, Mr. Abundance, have done it. Not once, not twice. Allow the visionaries to lead. Allow your visionaries to lead. Everybody has their purpose in life. You have yours. And that is why even in Tacc, a lot of you have found your purpose. Because before Tacc, you were a wandering generality. A lot of you pastors have private recorded Mr. Abundance, and you said, Mr. Abundance, if I had your teaching when I would have been a better leader today. A lot of you pastors, you said, Mr. Abundance, I want to thank you because the way in which I was operate as a pastor, it was all about me. The way I used to operate as a pastor is that I could not see anything good and appreciate anything good that we produce among ourselves, because we were taught to believe that foreign is better and white is best. And so we do not appreciate what we produce. We do not appreciate our own. And so I want to thank you to open our eyes to the ills, open our eyes to how we have been self-inflicting, open our eyes to our own demise. Greed, ignorance, and selfishness. Dr. Lee says that those three characteristics that have kept us in poverty over the years, that even when we come to do good for our community, we cannot seem to get anything done, because those three characteristics appear to be a part of our DNA. A part of our DNA. And as a result of that, you have become a community or a people that are known to be primarily consumers. Consumers. So we can create, we the Caucasian, we can create any product, no matter how outlandish it is, and we can make billions from you. We can make billions from you, because you are a mindset of instant gratifications. That is your mindset, instant gratification mindset. You don't think too deep, and you're not a united people. You put a Chinese man there, and you put your own next to the Chinese man, and all of us would enter the Chinese man. And the Chinese will, or all of them will enter the Chinese man. None will go to your shop, but all of us are flocking to the Chinese shop. He says that you all are conditioned. You all are conditioned. And so when Tacc was engineered, Tacc took into consideration our mindset. Tacc took into consideration our years of self-inflicting, our years of division, our years of thriving, our years of pain and suffering, our years of artificial scarcity, our years of poverty, our years of underperforming, not for the failing of working hard, but we are fighting a system that has been designed, no matter how hard you work, you will end up poor except you're a thief. I reference to a young lady in Cameroon that has now retired, I think over 10 years now, and she is due pension of $38 US. And up until the last time, which was sometime earlier this year, she had not gotten her pension. And she would have already gone through the system from the age of 18. At the age of 18, joined the civil service in Cameroon, now retired. She has not gotten her pension. And many of you in Tacc has the same story. And even though some of you started to get your pension, the COVID has wiped out the treasuries of the governments around the world. That is now becoming a challenge for you to get your own pension. And those who are going into pension, they are trembling. They are now trembling. Oxfam, a non-governmental international organization that monitors disasters around the globe, monitors poverty, inequality around the globe, says 3 years ago that 800 million jobs will be lost around the world because of automation, because of robotics, because of artificial intelligence that are taking over. Oxfam never mentioned COVID-19. COVID-19 was not in the mix. At the end of 2020, COVID-19 put over 500 million people at homes without job. COVID, not automation, not artificial intelligence, not robotics, but COVID. Tacc was engineered at a time to stand in the gap. To stand in the gap, because the infinite do not do anything by mistake. Whenever a flood of destruction is about to embark or unleash on his people, he always creates a way of escape. A way of escape. And so, we have a platform. We have a currency in our hands that if we understand the value of this mission, if we understand the reason why we are here, if we understand that you were not a mistake, a million sperm went for the egg. I said a million sperm went for the egg, but you came out. You came out because there is a problem only you alone can solve. I mentioned in part 1, or to be on our dying beds, only to realize we have not lived. I said, or to be on our dying beds, only to realize we have not lived. And before us, looking at us with their angry eyes, our dreams, our goal, our aspirations, the things that we wanted to do, they're looking at us now with angry eyes on our dying beds, because they know as we go to the other part, they too must go with us. And that is why one man said the richest places on earth is not the stock exchange in Manhattan, nor the London exchange in London, nor the oil fields of the Arabias, or the gold mines of Africa. No, that's not where the richest parts in the world are. But the richest parts in the world are the graveyards, because in them lies inventions that were never born, businesses that were never opened, songs that were never sung, poems that were never written, ideas that have never given a chance to blossom, all because we live below average and we expect excellence. Tacc was engineered at the right time. In the midst of COVID, in the middle of COVID, we launched Tacc at 25 cents. 2020, March 30th, we launched Tacc when the world economy shuts down globally for the first time. We launched into the deep. It was a moment where everybody was shaking as to what will happen to Tacc. And they say, we're waiting for Mr. Abundance. There was silence in the house. I said there was silence in the house, waiting for my decision. Where are we going? Are we venturing or are we staying put? It was a nerve-wracking experience for the community. Yes, we were all there. I'm now giving you the background because a lot of you are Johnny-come-lately. You don't know how this coin was engineered. And so when you come to telling Mr. Abundance, you should sell coin as you're selling a car. Just give them the features, the benefits of the car. Or you're selling an insurance policy. Don't read the fine point. Don't read the fine points. Leave it to them. When they jump into their mistake, then they will find out what the fine points are. Is that how you see Tacc? Is that how you think that we're going to change? Is that how you think that we are going to cancel artificial scarcity? Is that how you expect to leave a legacy behind? Is that how you expect to change your children and grandchildren's future? To leave a heritage for them by deception? It is by deception. That was what Tacc was engineered, to create a new brand of leaders that love people and love country, and that will engineer policies that human beings can live with dignity. Why are we running from Africa to the West? Why our sons and daughters are dying daily in the Mediterranean Sea by the hundreds? As Trump says, they are going there for already ripened bananas. Why are you running from oil? Why are you running from diamond and copper, gold, rubber, bauxite, aluminum? Why are you running to desert places when you have everything? That is what Tacc is here to address, my brothers and sisters. Tacc is not here just as a coin in your pocket to accumulate in value, and you can continue your life and look down upon your brothers and sisters and even walk on their heads like a lot of the leaders are now doing. They're walking on your heads. They're treating you less than how they treat animals. You're showing up to their doorstep every day begging. Is that what you want to continue? If you don't want to change the narrative, continue to do what you're doing. You are guaranteed to get the same results. That's what Einstein says. Don't expect to continue to repeat what you have and expect any changes. Some of you think if you do it often enough, things will change. It's a lie. For us in the Taccian community to get a different output, we must first begin with a different input. A lot of us want to live the life of billionaires and millionaires. A lot of us, I told you, you can begin to dream. You can look at the hotel that you want to buy and put your name in it. You can go down and put your name on lots and cars. I told you that in the community of Tacc. But may I say to all of us, we cannot expect to live the life of millionaires and billionaires without the inconvenience of becoming. We have to be inconvenient, because if it was easy, all of us would have been millionaires and billionaires today. Am I lying? Am I lying? I said if it was easy, all of us would have been millionaires and billionaires. But we know it's not easy. The attention, therefore, to the house of Taccians is to follow instructions and let those who are burdened with division lead, for heaven's sake. Let those who are burdened with this child to deliver it safely, because this child has not yet been seen. It's still in the womb turning, but you're not giving it a chance for it to give birth. You're not giving it a chance. You want even to feed it with fufu corn and gari. You want to feed the baby with pepper soup, and it's not even drinking milk. And that is your frustration, because we have been indoctrinated to give it to me now. Don't tell me about tomorrow. I am desperate If I don't sell, I will be disgraced. That's what you're saying. And so you think by dumping your coins at 40 cents, because you may have 50,000, 100,000 coins, you can dump your coin because it's all about you. It's all about you. But that is why you are in your condition. Because everybody that went before you, it's all about them. And that is why you're following the pattern. It's all about me. Not knowing you are self-inflicting. You are actually giving birth to poverty in your life and that of your children. Let the admin and the administrators lead. This is a community coin. We did not create a coin and just put it on the market that anybody who sees it buys it. No, that's not how we came about. We came about with this coin as a community. That is why you hear my voice every day almost in the community, because that is how we started out. We are not wondering generalities. We are not wondering generalities, because if we were, we wouldn't be here today. We are not wondering. We know exactly what we're doing. We know what we're doing. And so you are now asked to drop your curse behavior. Drop your curse action. I said drop your curse mentality. I said look beyond yourself. Do things differently. If you want a matter of fact, one person says, if you really want success in life, go the opposite. Do the opposite what people are doing. Look at the masses and then do the opposite. Then you're guaranteed to have success. Now, going against the grain, they never said it's going to be easy. Like Robert Kiyosaki says that there are 4 types of people in the world. He says that there are those who want to be comfortable and achieve things. They want to be comfortable and achieve things. There's another set that they have to be right. Anything they do and say, they have to be right. You have to follow them. There is no other second opinion. They have to be right. And you have another one that they must be liked. You must like them. You must respect them when they're not respectable. You must follow them even though they're thieves and corruptees. You must like their action. You must applaud them even in their wrongdoings. You're still covering them with prayer. Even you know that they're corrupt to the core. They're thieves. And you still want to cover them with prayer because you like them. And he says the 4th one are people who have to win. There are people who looked around, and when they look around and they do not see any opportunities, they created it. That's the 4th set of people, and that is what Tacc represents. As we look around our communities, my people, look around your community. You don't need to leave your community. Tell me how many people out of jobs. Tell me how many people you know. Before COVID, they had their lives. They had their families. They were independent on their own. They were living life. Today, where they are, a lot of people have lost their homes. A lot of people have lost their lives because their jobs, their businesses went under. And it was designed to control. You have a system divinely inspired to bridge the gap, to stand in the gap, to be the bridge for our children to walk on. And you're playing with it. You're trying to compare it with the cursed coin that is on Coin Market Cap. And so you drove Mr. Abundance to take a second look on CoinMarketCap. And what I saw on CoinMarketCap was a disaster. And that is where you want to take Tacc. CoinMarketCap, go on Binance, go on Huber Gober, go on Bitworld, go on KuCoin, go on OKX exchange. You're pointing Tacc to follow disaster because that is all you know. To recycle curses in your life because you're getting a 2 cents. You're investing something and you're getting a 2 cents daily from it, a 20 cents daily, and you think that that is how we are going to change. That is how we are going to, as a global community, to change over 100 years of our division by you entering into a cryptocurrency, trading, getting a 2 cents for yourselves. And you look and say, that is what we should do. Really? It means that you have no idea why we came. You have no idea where we're going. And so this is why I must step back to move forward. Now that we're on the exchange, now that we are putting in the foundation, because this foundation, the globe has never seen it. I said we are building a foundation that the globe has never seen. Not even you in Tacc has seen it. And that is why some of you are uncomfortable, because you do not know where you're going and you want to lead. That is the madness. You don't know where you're going, but you're shooting in the dark. You're making noise. You're there making noise and you're not doing anything. Absolutely nothing. But you're making noise. Those who are working, you do not hear them. You do not hear them because they're too busy expanding the base. Mr. Abundance, how can we become a community of value? I am setting the stage. I am setting the foundation so that you understand where we are going. And so you must know the mission. You must know the vision of Tacc. You must become a subject of specificity. You must create a disciplined mindset and not being a wandering generality, because you will never accomplish anything like that. This is part 2 of a series that will continue, because it is too much information to give you at one time. So part 1 you had July 17th. July 18th is part 2. And you will get part 3. We are not finished. We are not finished. Because we must come to a point when we can truly and honestly bury greed, bury selfishness, and bury ignorance. And so when you think of Tacc, what do you think? Do you only think of yourself and your situation? Or do you look at the globe? Do you look at those children that we're now going to, inviting them to financial freedom? Do you look at them when you look at yourself? When you're taking decision on the exchange, do you have them in mind? Or you don't care? Or you don't care? You are numb. You are so much into the system that you are numb to the other's plight. Like the minister I spoke about in part 1 in Cameroon. And there are many of them that are now in jail. They are now in jail. Even in your jails here. They are there. Because they only think of themselves. It's my time now. Let me fill my pocket. That's all they think about. They come to your houses begging you for their votes. They're buying your votes. You sold your votes to them. And when they get into office, they don't even remember you. They don't even see you. You have an opportunity now. You have an opportunity now that you don't need the approval to come together to create money. Create money that those who forget about you, just like Joseph, when he asked the butler, when they had a disturbing dream, and he told them what will be the end. The baker, in 3 days, in 3 days you will not be with us. However, the butler, you shall regain your position, and you shall serve the king once more. But when you get there, please remember me. That was the divine request. When you get there, butler, remember me, because I am not in here for any wrongdoing. I was falsely accused. Just like they're now accusing Mr. Abundance. But these things are not new under the sun. They're not new under the sun. And what did the butler did? What did the butler do? Excuse me? For 2 years, he forgot. He forgot, just like some of us. He forgot. But the infinite always have a way to bring us back to our senses. And so the king had a dream, a disturbing vision that nobody there could have explained. And even the butler life was now at stake. Even the butler, when he exclaimed before the king, he said, "Oh king, live forever, live forever. Today I have remembered my faults." He says, "Today I have remembered my fault." He says that there is such a one among us. There is such a one among us who have the gifts of interpretations and dreams. There is one among us who has been blessed with this vision, and you think you can lead just like the butler and all the magicians around in the kingdom. They could not decipher the vision, but you in the Taccian community, you were not given it, but you want to lead it. Well, may I say to you, go ahead and lead. Don't follow instructions and see where your path go to. That's all I can say to you. He said, "Today I have found my faults. Must exclaim that there is such a one." May we recognize our own purpose and our own ability. May we recognize that we're all here for different purposes. And may we come together in unity to accomplish that which we were set out to do. This is Mr. Abundance coming to you with the second edition of What is to Come, a series as to what Tacc should become.